Go, go. Well, morning guys. Just doing my chicken chores, getting ready to head to work for about 3 weeks. Doing a bit of overtime, filling in for, sorry about that. Filling in for a guy who's taking a bit of time off. So just drinking my last cup of coffee and getting the water filled up, the inside and outside waterer. Top up the food, even though they don't eat a ton of that food. They seem to like the wet soaked food better. So I'll get some of that going for my wife and kids to feed while I'm gone. And we'll carry on with the day. Lots of chores to do before bug eating my neck. Lots of chores to do before heading off to work. So cut the grass yesterday and all that good stuff. But last night we had a bit of a chicken scare. I was watching the chickens outside around 9 o'clock. And then all of a sudden, when I went to lock up the coop around 9:30, there was only 5 chickens. We have 6. So I put a headlamp on and walked around the yard and the edge of the bush looking for this stupid chicken. And I never found it. So I locked the chickens up like I normally would and went to bed. This morning I was drinking a coffee, sitting at the kitchen table on my computer, and lo and behold, here comes the chicken strutting through the yard. So they're not the smartest of birds or animals, I guess, in general. What I found is when it gets dark, I don't think they see very well. And they basically just rely on stealth. So they just hunker down and hope that nobody sees them. Because even sometimes when they're heading into the coop and it's getting darker fast, they'll just lay on the ramp and you kind of have to like really forcefully push them into the coop or pick them up and put them in. So not very intelligent. I think the chicken was probably just laying in the flowers here somewhere, not very far, because I can pretty much see all of the backyard from where I was sitting. So good news anyways. It's nice that we got the chicken back. We're quite fond of them, so it's always good. You know, and they are a bit of an investment. You spend 10-15 bucks on a chicken. You want to get a couple years worth of eggs out of it. Not that it really doesn't take you long to recoup your money with chickens, at least around here. Sell a dozen eggs for $4 or $5, and in a month or two you've almost paid off all your expenses. But just thought I'd share that. Kind of a close call. Glad they're all there. We've had a bear come through. Just gonna put my coffee down here. Had a bear come through 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Anyways, I'll put a picture in. Got a couple pictures. It's just a small bear, probably from last year. Come through right in this area. Probably would have come and checked out the chicken coop if I wouldn't have yelled. But yeah, we got to get going. We got chores to do, and pack. So, anywho, just thought I'd share that. Our first, chicken scare. We did butcher up the chickens, or I butchered up the chickens last fall, and I had to dispatch one that wasn't doing too well. It was fugly. It was always getting picked on. The name was Fugly because it was fugly, and it was getting picked on all the time by the other chickens, and then it ended up getting some green mucusy looking stuff coming from it. So not from the wounds or anything, but just from its mouth and beak area. So it wouldn't move around very much. So that one I took care of. So we're not unfamiliar with the life and death of chickens, and as I hunt and trap and fish, so That's part of meat. If you want to eat meat, something's got to die. So, but you do your best to make sure that they live a good life. These chickens are fed pretty well. My son loves to go and pet them, and we take good care of them. So, time to get doing chores, guys.